Information and Communication Technology presents Educational Satellite Television Programs.
Hello, teacher. Hello, students. Welcome to our second unit in grade 11 chemistry. We will be learning about the atomic structure and the periodic table. To begin this unit, we will learn about the historical development of the atom. We will discuss Dalton's atomic theory, the discovery of the electron, and the discovery of the neutron. We will then discuss structure of the atom. We will learn about atomic mass, atomic spectra, and a number of principles that revolve around the atom. We will finish this unit by learning about the electron configuration of elements and the modern periodic table. We will begin today's lesson by learning about the historical development of the atomic nature of substances. In this lesson, we will discuss some ancient Greek philosophers who played a role in conceptualizing the composition of matter. Let us begin. Atomism is a natural philosophy that developed in several ancient traditions. It relates to the atomic nature of substances. Ancient Greek philosopher Leucippus, who lived in the 5th century BC, is often referred to as the founder of atomism. However, a lot of the information we have about his ideas of atomism comes from his student, Democritus. Democritus developed the theory that the universe is made up of two distinct elements, the full, or solid, and the empty, or void. He referred to these distinct elements as atomos, meaning indivisible. Democritus believed that these atomos were unbreakable components of matter, and that, together, they form the constituents of everything. Before Leucippus and Democritus, there was Parmenides, another Greek philosopher. Parmenides was the founder of the Eleatic school of philosophy. He forced subsequent philosophers to explain how change in the universe is possible without supposing that something can come from nothing. He believed that all change is illusion. Heraclitus, another philosopher at the time, had conflicting ideas. He believed that the nature of all existence is change. Democritus attempted to reconcile these two belief systems. According to Democritus's atomist theory, any changes that do occur only happen at a visual level. The particles that form everything merely rearrange themselves into new positions and combinations. Democritus also believed that vacuums, or void spaces, must exist for movement to be possible. He believed that atoms are in constant motion and that everything happens out of necessity. Students, we have learned about some of Democritus's theories of the atomic nature of substances. Now, briefly describe who Democritus was and list 3 of his theories.
Students, let's get ready. Begin. Time's up. Let's get back to our lesson.
Welcome back, students. I am sure you have no trouble with this activity. Democritus was an ancient Greek philosopher, credited with founding atomism. He believed that the universe is made up of two distinct elements, the full and the empty. He theorized that these elements form all matter, and that any changes that occur in their formation are merely at the level of appearances. He believed that these elements are in constant motion, and that they change in formation and combination out of necessity. Plato, a Greek philosopher and mathematician, criticized the ideas put forth by Democritus. Plato believed that all of the beauty in the world could not possibly have been created merely from elements crashing into one another. He theorized that the world is not eternal, but rather it was created after a model that is eternal and unchanging. He believed the world was formed by a creator. Plato did not believe that earth, air, fire, and water are the most basic levels of reality. He believed these elements are comprised of unchanging geometric solids, each with its own specific shape to accommodate its specific movement. In addition, each of these shapes has faces that are made up of triangles. His idea of geometric solids resembles atoms to a certain degree. The theories of Plato were later countered by Aristotle. Aristotle also criticized the theories of Democritus. Aristotle did not believe in the existence of atomos. He believed that all matter is continuous and that it can be divided infinitely. When elements change, they do not simply rearrange, but rather they transform into completely new things. This theory is referred to as hylomorphism. Epicurus was another philosopher who had theories about the atomic nature of substances. He studied atomism with Nausiphanes, who had been a student of Democritus. Epicurus thoroughly believed in atoms and voids. However, he questioned how atomism could be used to describe natural phenomena such as lightning, comets, and phases of the moon. Despite other theories, Aristotelian philosophy remained popular for quite some time, and atomism was all but forgotten during the Middle Ages in Europe. This is not to say that it did not exist in other regions of the world. India, for example, has a very lengthy history of atomic study. Students, we have learned about the atomic theories of several ancient Greek philosophers. In a moment, you will see a list of theories and a list of philosophers. Please match each theory with the philosopher who held it.
Students, let's get ready. Begin. Time's up. Let's get back to our lesson.
Hello again, students. I hope that you did not find this activity to be too difficult. If your matches look like this, then you are correct. Well done. In the 16th century, there was a revival of atomism by Western philosophers like René Descartes, Pierre Gassendi, and Robert Boyle. However, it was not until the 19th century that technology had advanced enough to allow scientists to view the atom's constituent parts, the electron, the proton, and the neutron. In this lesson, we learned about the history of the development of the atomic nature of substances. This is all for today. Until next time, thank you, teacher. Thank you, students.